London, 1920. A city suspended between two worlds. The echoes of the Victorian age still reverberate through soot-stained brick, while the clamorous future accelerates down every thoroughfare. This is a metropolis of profound and volatile change, a grand, messy, and breathtaking human experiment. For the first time in a millennium, the horse is no longer king of the road. The motorcar, that symbol of a new century, is seizing the streets. Using AI reconstruction, we can now step into this pivotal moment. We can witness the grit and the glamour, smell the coal smoke and the petrol, and hear the fading clatter of hooves, drowned out by the roar of engines. This is London, at the dawn of the modern age. Let us begin at the heart of this transformation. Imagine walking through Regent Street on a crisp autumn morning. The elegant sweeping curve of the quadrant, rebuilt just years before the Great War, stands as a temple to commerce and confidence. But the street below is a river of controlled chaos. Here, the old and new engage in a precarious dance. Tall red London buses, now motorized, chug and snort beside elegant horse-drawn landauls, their brass fittings gleaming. Delivery vans, their sides painted with bold advertisements for Bovril or Players Navy-cut cigarettes, vie for space with hardy electric trams humming along their rails. The sound is a dense symphony, the blaring of bulbous horns, the shouted warnings of carters, the steady clip-clop of Shire horses, and the underlying rumble of 1,000 engines. The air is layered horse manure, exhaust fumes, and the faint, sweet scent of perfume wafting from the grand department stores like Liberty's. For the well-heeled shopper, this is a spectacle of progress. For the crossing sweeper, a boy with a brush clearing a path for ladies' hems, it is a daily gauntlet of noise and danger. From the consumerist splendor of the West End, we move east to the intellectual and industrial engine of the city, Fleet Street. This is the canyon of ink and paper, the roaring heart of Britain's press. Towering buildings of stone and glass house the mighty Daily Mail, the Times, and the Daily Express. The atmosphere here is electric, charged not just with the political tensions of a post-war world, but with raw physical energy. Lorries loaded with gigantic rolls of newsprint rumble over the cobbles, their deliveries urgent. Motorcycle dispatch riders weave through traffic with reckless speed, carrying the latest copy or photograph. And yet, look closer. In the shadows of these modern temples, narrow courtyards still see handcarts pulled by men, and messengers on bicycles dart through gaps no car could ever manage. This is a place where information moves at the speed of machinery, yet the human pulse remains frantic, essential. Standing here, you can almost feel the pressure of deadlines, the hunger for the next scoop, the immense power of the printed word flowing from these buildings onto waiting lorries, destined to inform a nation by breakfast. To understand London's scale, we must see it from its lifeblood, the River Thames. From across the water, the view is a staggering tapestry of power and poverty. The river itself is a crowded highway of a different sort. Towering steam cranes, skeletal and powerful, unload cargo from across the globe at the mighty docks. Tugboats, belching black smoke, shepherd vast ocean-going liners. And yet, amidst this industrial might, you can still see the elegant, tall sails of Thames barges, ghosts of a maritime past. Now, look to London Bridge. It is less a bridge and more like a continuous, teeming neighborhood suspended over the water. Buildings still line its sides, though they are slated for demolition. The bridge groans under the weight of a new kind of traffic, a relentless, crawling stream of motorized vehicles. Buses, taxicabs, and private motorcars create bottlenecks that would make a Victorian pedestrian gasp. This AI reconstruction allows us to see the sheer density. London's population is nearing 7.5 million, and every one of them, it seems, needs to cross the river. The bridge is a perfect metaphor, anchored in centuries of history, but straining under the impossible demands of the new century. But let us step away from the grand avenues, into a quiet, cobbled mews behind the grand houses of Mayfair. Here, the past breathes a little easier. The air smells of hay, leather, and ammonia, not petrol. The sounds are softer, the gentle snort of a horse, the scrape of a shovel, the chatter of grooms. These stable blocks, built for the carriage houses of the aristocracy, are now facing obsolescence. Some have already been converted into quaint garages for the new motor cars, their haylofts now storing tins of oil and spare tires. In one, a mechanic in greasy overalls tinkers with the exposed engine of a gleaming Rolls-Royce Silver Ghost. Next door, an old coachman, his posture still ramrod straight, meticulously brushes down a bay mare, his expertise facing a world with less and less use for it. This quiet corner holds a poignant human story within the technological revolution. It's a story of skills rendered antique, fills of lifelong bonds with animals replaced by a mechanic's understanding of carburetors and crankshafts. As dusk falls, we witness the most dazzling symbol of the new era, Piccadilly Circus. The buildings are a magnificent jumble of Victorian grandeur, but they are now draped in a dazzling new skin. Light. With modern AI, we can now accurately recreate the spectacle of London's first electric advertisements. The air shimmers with a volatile glow from incandescent bulbs and early neon. The statue of Eros is bathed in a surreal artificial daylight. Massive signs for Baverell Perrier and the weekly dispatch pulse and cascade in brilliant colors. Motorcars and double-decker buses, their headlights cutting beams through the evening mist, circle the circus like glowing beetles. The noise is immense, a continuous roar punctuated by horns. For a generation that remembered gaslight and gloom, this was the future made visibly a spectacular, overwhelming, and commercial future. It is beautiful and garish, promising a world of endless energy and consumer choice. Yet this shining future was not evenly distributed. A short distance east, the story is different. Let's walk down a typical street in Bethnal Green or Whitechapel. The buildings are low, cramped terraces, blackened by a century of coal fires. The air is thick with the smell of poor-quality coal, fried food, and open drains. Here, the traffic is overwhelmingly traditional. Costermongers push their heavy barrows of fruit and vegetables by hand. Rag-and-bone men's carts, drawn by weary horses, clatter slowly down the lanes. A motor vehicle here is a rarity, often an expensive commercial lorry or an intrusive omnibus. For London's working poor, the motor car was not a symbol of freedom, but of distance, a machine that belonged to a different, faster world happening elsewhere. The dangers here are not traffic jams, but poverty, overcrowding, and the spectre of unemployment that haunted the post-war slump. The contrast with Piccadilly neon glow could not be more stark. We end our journey at the great Crossroads, Hyde Park Corner. It is a vast, chaotic roundabout where history literally converges. On one side, the grandeur of Oxley House. On another, the massive stone screen of Buckingham Palace. And flowing around them, a ceaseless, roaring river of metal. Here, the last horse-drawn hansom cabs share the tarmac with the latest motorized taxis, their drivers locked in a silent battle for fares. Elegant Daimlers carrying men in top hats speed past army lorries, reminders of the recent war that accelerated so much of this change. Standing here, it's impossible not to feel the immense kinetic energy of a city hurtling forward. The rules are being written in real. There are few traffic lights, fewer lane markings. It is a spectacle of improvisation and sheer will. What's remarkable here is the human adaptability. The way Londoners, the bobby directing traffic, the cabbie learning new routes, the lady learning to step off a curb with more caution are absorbing this revolution into their daily rhythm. London, 1920. A city where the past was not erased, but overwhelmed, where the scent of horse sweat faded into the odor of burning petrol, where the silence of a midnight street was forever broken by the distant cough of an engine. This AI reconstruction allows us to stand at that crossroads, to feel the vibration of change in the cobbles beneath our feet. It was noisy, dirty, dangerous, and exhilarating. If we could witness this firsthand, we would see not just a change in technology, but a fundamental shift in the human experience of time, space, and possibility. The age of the horse, which shaped cities for millennia, was ending in the span of a single generation. The age of the machine was claiming its kingdom, and London, in all its glorious grimy complexity, was leading the charge. What moment of historical transformation would you like us to reconstruct next? The electric dawn of New York City, the bustling ports of the Silk Road? Share your suggestions in the comments below, and we may just journey there together.